and I'll tell you when we're live right now.
Right on.
So as I sip my Kroger Sweet Tina can, people, me, Tech Rail, we're back. We have an impact review to do. We're gonna be fucking unbiased. We're gonna give you honest opinions. We're gonna entertain you. And without further ado, Tech Rail, introduction for yourself.
Well, I rebranded in all that time, so it's backwards. It's Rev Tech, but America knows me as Tech. People know me as Frylock. Thanks for having me. Impact. What a show.
Yeah.
And you guys saw me sneak over in the corner because I had to grab my delicious coffee. You know, the Maxwell House delicious coffee.
We're not paid for that, so don't be upset. So let's just dive right into Impact this week. First match. We didn't have like a 15-minute video talk segment or whatever for 30 minutes. We got straight into the match. Rich Swann versus Phoenix. Phoenix wins with I think it was a modified muscle buster into something else or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a spinning muscle buster fisherman buster kind of deal. It was
shot driver. That's what they called it.
Really? That's the first time I've seen a move like that before. Like him like totally mixing that up. That was really cool. Match was match of the night.
High action, a lot of good moves. And it was between two baby faces, and none of them they didn't turn on each other. They didn't do any tomfoolery. And what's weird about this is Rich Swann's second match on television, but they give the win to Phoenix. That's interesting, but also it made sense because after the match, OVE attacks, out comes Pentagon Jr., but it's not Pentagon. It's the man who is the best villain in wrestling, Sami Callihan. He attacks Phoenix, and then out comes the real Pentagon. Pentagon wipes out OVE. Tech Rail, speak on it.
Give me some more Rich Swann. I can't stop talking about Rich Swann, man. Rich Swann. Sorry, I just am blown away. Like you see him on another company, and then till now, it's like, man, just give me more. I want to drink. I'm sorry to quote Chris Jericho, but drink it in, man. I want more. Like feed me more. Like I would love to see Rich Swann as an X Division champion. Like that match. It had me in my chair. I was like all invested. I had to rewatch that again twice over. It was just that good. Phoenix is a great talent. They were hitting finishers between each other. I was like, is this a pay-per-view match? Well, you know, are we getting a nice pay-per-view little segue into their Bound for Glory? Honestly, and you have that whole finishing with OVE. It was perfect. Good spots. Sami Callihan, I want to tell you, really good heel, and really, really fantastic in another company too, as a different name, but he is just fantastic. Videos, segments leading up to what he does, he means every word, and you feel it. And
you can feel that brutalness, you can feel that psychoticness in his promos.
Oh yeah, and you can definitely, honestly, you can honestly feel when he does a match, you could feel the brutalness coming. You know it's coming. You know you're gonna get beat up really badly, coming from him.
I think he had a documentary, and he was like, the documentary was called "They Came for Stealth," and like him and another wrestler were talking. He was like, you have to do it that way, man. People came for stealth. They didn't come for no soft match. They came for the stealth.
Like I don't understand. I don't understand why certain people don't, or a demographic of people don't understand Sami Callihan. People think it's a little bit too much, but it's what's making impact right now. This is making impact. This is what I tune in every week for. I want to see what crazy psychotic thing he's gonna do. I was wanting him. What I really wanted him to do to sell it more. I wanted him to rip the mask off anyway.
Hmm.
Just rip it off and have like a collection of masks. Literally. I took your mask, so I'm gonna go take every lucha libre, mask off of all these luchas, and prove my point and be psychotic this way, leading up to our match.
Let's go keep on with the Sami Callihan stuff. They do the video OVE. And the OVE videos, they get creepier every time because they keep going in and out. And like when they go in and out, it's different faces of how the Chris brothers look or whatever. By the way, I'm jealous of Dave Chris's luxurious beard. But they announced there's going to be a 6-man tag next week. Swan, Phoenix, and Pentagon versus OVE. And Sami Callihan ends the video saying, "At Slamversity, I'm taking everything." Now, I want your opinion on this, Sammy, Tech. I know where they might go with this whole mask versus hair. They're gonna shave. They'll probably shave Sammy's hair. I would rather see Pentagon lose his mask because talk about something that would send shockwaves throughout the wrestling world. Sami Callihan with a bald head. It's whatever. Pentagon without that mask and Impact and Lucha and AAA.
Well, I want to ask you this. I was going to ask you, are you buying Pentagon as Pentagon Jr. right now? Are you feeling what he's up to as a face? I really just can't feel it. Like I want him. That's how I feel about Bound for Glory. He's gonna win the match, but I think he's gonna turn on somebody. They gotta flip the switch back to. I can't buy him as a face.
The problem is he's too white meat baby face. With a character like Pentagon, he's gotta he's gotta blur the line. Like I'm a face, but I do bad shit sometimes. Now in Impact, he's like Zero Mero. I'm a good guy.
Do you buy it? Because the last couple seasons of Lucha Underground, if you watch it, he was this like Pentagon Dark. And I was like, whoa, this is great. Vampiro matches. He was, the lights, beating people up, and I was breaking people's arms. I'm like, I'm expecting this in Impact. And then we got a side of it at first. And then face. I'm like, no, you give him the title right off the rip, and then you do this?
He doesn't have an edge. That would make Pentagon good. He needs to have an edge, whether he's a heel or a face, and he's just too white meat, like I said.
Does he? I want to say this to you. Does he fit the mold of Impact Wrestling? Because I just don't feel him in Impact Wrestling. I don't know. It's weird. I just don't feel. It's awkward to me.
No, he just feels like a face in the crowd. That's why I would say like I would rather him lose his mask, at least in Impact or something like that, just so like it would send shockwave throughout wrestling. Like, oh, the news story: Sami Callihan gets his head shaved. Okay, we'll move on.
Well, Sami Callihan's is the shit. Pardon my English. I know advertise friendly, but Sami Callihan's the shit. I just can't say that anymore. I mean, everything he does is gold. You know what you're expecting, and that's why you tune into Impact every week. I want him to pull the bat out and just start going crazy.
He's a future world champion. Impact would be crazy not to have him as a future world champion.
What they need to do is Impact Wrestling. They need to get rid of the they did abolish the Grand Champion. Bring back the King of the Mountain. Revamp it and just bring it back.
Or the TV title, something like that. TV title, King of the Mountain. Some kind of mid-card title for the rest of the guys. Yeah,
like Impact needs something in the middle. I feel like kind of like what the other companies do with the North American Championship, something in the middle. Makes it interesting because Sami Callihan could be definitely a mid champion or even a heavyweight champion. But right now you got too many people in line for that championship right now on Impact. Great match though. I wanted to see Phoenix get honestly, I wanted to see Phoenix get his mask ripped off. I wanted that. I was waiting for that. It was in anticipation. Maybe bleed him up a little bit. I feel like they could do more with that segment.
Let's move on. Backstage, this is weird. It caught me off guard, but then I had to think about it. KM finds Fallah Bahh and says, "Look, man, I apologize. I got your back out here." And I was like, "What? why are they doing this with KM and Fall Out? It doesn't make any sense. But then I think back to real life. I've had fights with friends. I've gotten mad at friends. We've made up, apologized. We're bad boys. KM and Fall Out are supposed to be like this weird friendship team. You would expect friction to happen. So this is where you would get to. And then backstage, you have Killer Cross pounding a wall, about to make his debut against Falaba. Before we get to Falaba, Killer Cross, you want to speak on those segments?
Yeah, Falaba is funny. He's funny. I like his character. He reminds me of like a bigger version of Rakishi. Very funny. KM, I thought honestly those segments, I thought they was gonna lead up to. We'll get when we get into the match. I'll talk about it, but
like a bigger version of.
I thought honestly, it was gonna lead up to some friction in the ring. I thought some.
He was gonna turn on.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna play the whole. You expect that. Oh, I'm gonna be your buddy now, and then you put me in bad situation last week, and I'm gonna make you pay for it. But they didn't go that way, and the segment was good. Killer Cross, I haven't seen enough, but Killer Cross, it looks like a farm system guy from what I was reading. It's a farm system guy brought up into this character. I like what they're doing. I know him and Petey Williams are going to go against each other eventually, but good. The character's great.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, Killer Cross defeats Falaba with, I love the guy's finisher. Like, it's a choke, but then he puts pressure on the leg so that it works on anybody. He can put it on a tall guy, small guy, fat guy, fit guy. It's a move for any occasion. And then during the match, like Falaba doing these chops, and Killer Cross is like, "You want to chop? Chop me!" And he's like getting this weird, like
the look,
sexual look on his face. Like, yeah, I enjoy that pain. I enjoy everything you're throwing at me. Do it again. You're not doing it hard enough. I'm going to beat you up. This character of Killer Cross, I like it. I like the finisher.
Yeah.
I like the character. I like the entrance. I like it. And then I like where they're going with this feud. Killer Cross, Petey Williams. I think that's going to be a good matchup.
And you got to add Sunday Dud to that.
Okay, yeah.
You know that's coming next. He's got to be involved somewhere in that mix. If they don't pull the trigger, then it'll probably be after the whole Petey Williams thing. But I gotta say, Cam and Falaba is really good. Like, they're a funny tag team to me.
Like the B team. That's what I like, the B team.
The B team's pretty good too. They're funny. I will say KM. I was really surprised. One minute he's a heel, and the next minute he's a face. I mean, they better make their minds what they want to do before, we get burnt out on the whole. Is he a face? Is he a heel? Is he a face? Tag team division's kind of full in Impact, so I see a feud coming soon. I just don't think they're going to be a tag team for very long.
Mate, I don't know. Like, KM and Falaba doesn't have longevity. Both of the guys are talented, but it doesn't seem like Impact is really giving it like real direction. Like, they're not giving that tag team a real sense of, hey, these guys are on a set course for the tag team division championship. It's just like, these guys are goofy and wacky.
Well, you're bringing in way too many tag teams, though. That's the thing I've seen in Impact over the weeks. They're bringing in too many talents. So if you try to put that in there, it's just another tag team. I just don't want to see funny talent like that get wasted, like job out. It'd just be a point. It would be a waste of a tag team. I'd rather see them feud, KM turn on them again and then have it for Bound for Glory. That would be cool. I know it would be not the match, it'd be a slow, it'd be one of those matches that wild card match. Yeah, it would be one of those matches that we go get our food. We go get our food and we come back and sit back at the table and watch more. But yeah, I would like to see a feud than them be a tag team. But it would be a nice story for them to be I could see maybe they add some women into that mix of that. The way KM's like a player, I could see it happening.
Let's move on backstage. Jimmy Jacobs is with he's getting interviewed by McKenzie. And Jimmy J, he goes his whole speech. He's like, I'm not a bad guy. I'm a good guy. People think I'm a bad guy because I tell the truth. I said that, Cage, he's not a monster. He's just a man because, he gets emotional. He gets upset. So here's what's going to happen tonight. Kong is going to beat up Brian Cage and expose him. Then you had the Global Network stuff. It was probably a good match. I just fast forwarded because I don't really like watching the old shit. And then you have a segment where I enjoy this. The Desi Hit Squad. Gama Singh, they show him training and teaching the Desi Hit Squad. Look, you won one match. It don't mean shit. You got to train. You got to stay on it. You got to do these push-ups. You got to run. You got to do this. I enjoy that because a lot of times in wrestling, when people have managers, they're just going out, oh, that's the manager. Well, what does he do outside of outside of this? Does he just hop on the apron and do stuff? How does he help you in the real life before training for the match? Showing that Gama Singh is really invested in these guys. He trains them, gives them discipline, teaches them the right things to do. I like that idea of showing what a manager does. So I'm pass it on to you, Tech Rev, and talk about both of the situation.
Well, first and foremost, we're getting in India talent. That's a good thing. We're getting diverse talent. I love it. And Impact promises to us that we're going to get more India talent, more from that. I think they got a huge market out there for that. Segment, fantastic. It reminds me of Paul Ellering in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. In the aspect of that, but I like how they're showing what it takes for them. One match is not going to count. We're gonna keep at this. And it's just another good talent and Impact. I like both of those guys. The manager's great. Ruthless aggression. I'm cool with that. He talks a lot on the mic. Very ruthless aggression. Love it. And he helps them win too. So it's great. What was the other stuff? The Jimmy Jacobs stuff. I love Jimmy Jacobs. Always have.
I'm kind of upset he's not in the exhibition though. Like that guy, he's so good on the mic and he can wrestle well, but I understand why he's not wrestling. He's already like an executive in Impact, and he's Kong's manager. He's probably been wrestling for a long time. Is better on his body, but I love Jimmy Jacobs. I really
go look him on Twitter, man. He is a unique guy. He's from a different planet. I love it. I love what is his name? The Queen, something Queen.
The zombie. He's a zombie princess.
The zombie prince. He's great, and what he's doing with Kongo Khan is great. It's a great manager. You don't need very much for Kong. What are you gonna have Kongo Kong do? Say I'll crush you? It's great that he has a. It's great that he has a manager that actually is unique, and it works. And it works. You see it working in promos. But that segment was great too.
All right. Next, you have Ali and Madison defeating Su Yung and the Undead Maid of Honor. During the match, Tessa Blanchard, or as I like to call her, Crimson Chin with a nice ass, comes out, tries to beat up Madison. Ali beats up Tessa, so we're going to get into Tessa versus Ali. I'm interested in that. Madison hits cross rain on the Undead Bride. Now, this match, it was in the middle, mainly because I know a lot of people are going to say the Undead Maid of Honor, she really wasn't a good wrestler. I get where they're trying to go here. She's supposed to be a zombie, a zombified person, a corpse. I don't think a corpse is supposed to be going for hurricanranas, power bombs. She's only supposed to be brawling and helping Su Yung. Su Young's the star zombie. I'm not expecting the zombie to hit a super drop kick, Lance Storm style.
No.
But decent. It was decent to me. So your thoughts?
Where's the rematch clause with Ali? I thought they were. I'm confused with this. Like I'm sorry. I'm a little annoyed with the women's division right now in Impact. I'm confused. Like Madison Rain, I'm sorry, but um, I'm laughing because what has she done at this point to get a title defense? I don't understand. I believe it should be the other way around. It should be Ali and the Su Yung, and I think it should be Tessa Blanchard versus Madison Rain. They put on they can have a best, a good feud going on with that. You think you're better than me, build up Madison Rain. And the way they build up Madison Rain, they're building up to be like she's old, like she's said and done. Like this is it for her last match. She's retiring.
It kind of is like from where how they're going with it. She's gonna ride into the sunset if she doesn't win this match because I don't know really have a reason. I guess she wants to be a mom, a family woman. So if she doesn't win this, it's a wrap.
But you see her in other promotions not doing that. I just don't understand. Is it just an Impact thing, or is it maybe Impact is seeing that maybe her potential's kind of done in Impact, and she'll ride off in the sunset, go somewhere else for a time. So I noticed she's in Ring of Honor right now. Currently, she's been in Ring of Honor here and there.
That's kind of what it is because her husband is Josh Matthews, so I guess that's her way out. And I would guess he had a hand in getting her this women's main event type of match. And the problem I have with it is Madison Rain. I'm a big Madison Rain fan, but I'm not a fan of Madison Rain without the personality. I love the Madison Rain when she became the killer queen.
Where's that Velvet Sky? Beautiful people. She needs that behind her. It would work even better for me.
Or just some personality. Like they took away her theme song. She doesn't have the promos. It's so generic. It's like, I'm Madison Rain, I'm a mom, and I'm coming to kick your ass.
Well, it's like what they did with Mickie James.
Yeah.
I'm all country. I'm gonna kick your teeth in, and I'm a mom. And that didn't work out very well. People in Impact disconnected from that real quick because it was Dixie Carter's idea to do that. It wasn't and heel instead of turning her heel, which Mickie James is a great heel right now. I love her as a heel. Now we're gonna talk about the Undead Bridesmaids. Those were what I was reading was some of the Rise talent that they're building up in Rise because they have Rise is pretty much their women's pretty much getting the new generation, and Rise has got some good talent.
Shotzi Blackheart, I like Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh, Wolf all day, Chrissy Wolf all day long.
Oh, Chris, I love Chris Wolf. Yeah, Chris Wolf is awesome.
She is entertaining, and she's in Rise, and I wouldn't be surprised if they call her up because she's very entertaining. But the Bridesmaids, those were all the Undead Bridesmaids were all from Rise, so they're all new talent. So what you saw was a lot of mistakes, and you could see that within the match. But Su Young's great. I mean, I get it's a fill-in right now for Rosemary. I totally understand that it is a fill-in until Rosemary gets back and we have the real who's the real monster of Impact.
This might be a bad analysis, but I think Su Yung as so like Undertaker in terms of she has the paranormal abilities and powers, and then you have Rosemary who's more like Mankind, psychological cuts, deep promos that make you think has the personality. Am I wrong for that?
No.
Okay.
Would you think this would be weird? What happens if they do this on purpose with Su Yung? They just turn her back into normal on purpose. Make her psychotic. Make it psychotic.
That could happen. That could happen, especially when she turns heel and they want her to be in calendars and everything like that. I can see that happening.
Because if you've seen Su Yung off, if you've seen Rich Swann's wife, if you've seen her without the makeup and everything, she's not that bad looking.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Another thing is her finisher. Sometimes it looks ass. Like the panic switch when she does it, and like she does the spin, it just looks bad. It just ruins the match. I understand tonight she did the panic switch and she had to hit the referee, and she did it very slow. It looked just so.
I want to compare that. I want to say this. What they need to do with Su Yung and I saw this in Lucha Underground with Katrina. I think you would probably rule with this. They need to do something that makes her really demonic. Not just bring out the undead bridesmaids. Bring out something that we go, whoa, okay, all right, she's real creepy. They've done it kind of with the glove, but they need to do it. I hope next week they do something with making it real vicious with Madison Rain. Maybe like throw some blood on her or something. Make us feel it.
On the end, she somehow does that. She comes out with a mouthful of like blood bleeding or whatever. She might do that at the pay-per-view. Who knows? Moving on, LAX Clubhouse. They're playing dominoes. King, he says, "Look, I'm mad at Conan because he keeps saying I did this and I did that. He has no motherfucking proof or whatever." And he said, "Look, you gotta show me the proof. We're gonna find out, everything that's happening." Then moving on, I was talking about the Gamma Scene stuff. Talked about Sami Callihan and the six-man tag. Okay. Then you have Austin Aries. I love Austin Aries. Can we take a moment to talk about how great Austin Aries is at cutting promo? He says that, when I started here, I went to a friend's house. They showed me wrestling or whatever. I said, look, I can do that. I made sacrifices. I slept in my car. I didn't eat for weeks and all this and all that. And here's the problem between me and Moose. Moose, he got everything handed to him. People saw like he was going to be in the NFL, so they leased on. They gave him free passes, free ride. He got everything handed to him. And that in wrestling, here's the difference. I got a cat on my shoulder. You have to think for yourself. You don't have somebody else drawing up the plays. You have to know the other person's weakness. You have to know their strengths. Do you know my strengths, Moose? Do you haven't even thought about this? Do you know what I'm capable of? Do you know what I'm not capable of? Hey, what are you gonna do? And then he puts over Moose. He's like, take nothing away from Moose. He's a great athlete, top 5%. But here in wrestling, I make the rules. I do what I want. I don't have anybody helping me. And that's where we differentiate. We differ from. I can think on the fly. Can you, Moose? I love Austin Aries.
Austin Aries just makes awesome promos. And a company that dropped the ball. They didn't let him have his promos like that. If he had his promos, man, I'm sorry, I know I'm talking about another company real quick. It'd make the Cruiserweight division so much better. If he was allowed to cut those kind of promos. Because in Impact, he's cutting these promos, and I love the fact that he wears all the titles. Makes himself feel big. Like, you're not going to get one over me.
And then he said something about the SFL. He was like, Moose, you better hope the SFL needs an alignment. That was kind of funny.
I like the fact that he hits you with that 1-2, that jab. I like how he hits you with it. You know what I mean? He hits you with the punchline, hoot, line, and sinker with Austin. I've loved Austin Aries. Every promo he's ever done, it's great. Even the stuff he was doing with another company, with Best in the World, Ring of Honor, best cuts very good promos. And I don't know. I feel like is it just me? Is it just Moose has been I don't know, through these segments? Do you think that Moose is kind of weak
Moose,
going into this?
It's not that he's weak. It's just Moose's forte is not promos. He's one of the guys that needs a manager because his promo skills are at 0 - 2.
I just want Moose to get up and just like, you're talking you put my mom in the conversation. You talked about this. Like, if you talked about my mama, you know what I mean? I want to feel that from him, the anger, like, I'm going to show you at, Bound for Glory what I'm really about. You're going to see the real NFL linebacker guy that got all the way here. You're going to watch me win the title and I'll prove it wrong, or better yet, if it's his only one and only chance and he's putting all this stuff up, put up his career for it. I like to see that. I'm just saying, Moose, put up his career. I like to see it. Like wipe him off from TV, have it like a little segment going on, and then Don Callis brings him back. I think that would be interesting.
We're going to see how far they take this Moose versus Aries. It is the only match they're going to have, or they're going to extend it out or whatever. But moving on, Tommy Dreamer he cuts a promo pretty much saying, "Look, Eddie, you got an session with Sami Callihan, but you're doing shit like this to me. I'm going to hurt you at Slammiversary. We're going to have a House of Hardcore match. I think the match is going to be pretty good. Eddie, the new Eddie Edwards versus the hardcore legend Tommy Dreamer. Your thoughts on that match happening in the Dreamer promo?
Dreamer's for all these years, Dreamer's great at promos. When Dreamer's psychotic like that, when he builds his character up to be psychotic, it's fantastic. This new Eddie Edwards, I'm digging it. I love it. I think Eddie Edwards is gonna win, but because this character of his has got to keep. I'm loving it. I think honestly, between this whole like crazy psychotic, I think eventually they're gonna leave Sami Callihan to be this main psychotic guy on there, and then probably since you have Killer Cross coming up in the pike, I think you're really going to have. I think Eddie Edwards is going to snap out of wherever he's at, whatever he's going on. I think that's going to end eventually.
Do you think? Okay, I'm thinking about two things that can happen. One, at Slammiversary, Eddie, he could win his match by David Richards coming back, and you have a new version of the American Wolves. Or two, Eddie wins the match by himself, and when he wins the match later on the night, he helps Sami Callihan win his match and joins OVE.
Ooh, that would be interesting. And then you could have it this way. You could have his brother or his friend come back and help Tommy Dreamer win, right? Help Tommy Dreamer. He goes more psychotic, and at the end of the night goes, well, since we have all these demons, me and you, why don't we join forces? I'll join OVE, and we'll take out our frustrations on Tommy Dreamer and my former tag team partner. And have a real big faction. I think that would be interesting. I don't think was it Davey Richards? Davey Richards said he wasn't coming back. He said he was done.
That sucks.
I thought he was done with wrestling. I thought he went off in the sunset. I thought him and his wife.
Yeah, I think he said he's in EMT now, but he said he might be back. But he said he's probably gonna take a long extended vacation or whatever.
I don't see Tommy Dreamer walking away. Eddie Edwards is going to win this match for sure. Does he join OVE? That would be your concept. That would be really interesting. I highly doubt Davey Richards will show up though. I think it'll be somebody from Eddie Edwards' past. Could be his wife. You never know. Maybe we'll be shocked and his wife will turn psychotic.
Ooh, that could be good too.
Maybe she joins this. Maybe she takes something and she busts herself up too. Makes it all all fake. You know what I mean? And then you have like tons of psychotic women in Impact Wrestling. It seems like a psychotic thing is like it's the in thing.
Speaking of women, Katrina versus Rebel. Katrina wins with like a Ukrainian backbreaker, whatever that is. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with anybody watching this shit. The match was horrible. It was bad. It was sloppy. The best thing about this match was Rebel's ass. Rebel has one of the nicest asses in wrestling. I'm gonna pass it on to you because that's the only thing I really can say about this match.
American has me laughing here, man. Has me rolling with that one. Man, the only thing I could say is Grado. All I can say is Grado walking down in the ring, like running to take his shirt off. I was like, wow. And then I don't know, Rebel. I don't know. Rebel's just I don't know. What are they doing with her?
I don't know. She's trying, but she does have a nice ass, though. I mean,
and what's up with Katrina coming back? I remember her back in the day, like with Impact, or what we now know TNA. But she looks like she should not be in a wrestling ring. That was just bad. Bad. What did she hit her at the end? I didn't even. I'm like, what is this? What are you hitting her with? Some type of Karana or something?
Ukrainian backbreaker. You range backbreaker. That's what they call I think what they're setting up for is a tag team. Like they're setting up for a tag team with Grado and Joe Henry with Katrina as manager, but eventually they're gonna have Joe Henry turn on Grado, and Katrina's gonna join Joe Henry, and I think that's probably what's gonna happen.
You know, I would like, since they have all these women now coming through Rise and up the pike with the older talent coming back, why not a women's tag team title? Just, you know, I know that sounds weird to me, but you know, since we're talking about a lot of, you know, women and, you know, in Impact, you know, with the episode, why don't they just make a tag team? Tag team belts.
Bring it back.
They should. It would work. You got too many good talents as far as women go. And Gail Kim's one of the executive producer of the women's division. I would like to see it. Yeah, I'm good with this segment. That was kind of a throwaway match, honestly.
But Rebel's ass though. Let's not forget Rebel's ass. It reminds me of a Little Dicky lyric.
Well, you could have the mega butt. You can have Nia Jax. There you go.
I mean, she has it's just wide. It's like one of those asses that's like flat, but then like when it's bitten over doggy style, that shit's wide as shit. And probably anyway, let's get into
he wants the whole cake.
That's a yeah. Congo Kong versus Brian Cage. This match, I love this match. It was two big guys who were very athletic. Kong shut down a lot of haters. He showed that he's athletic. He has power. He has athleticism. Brian Cage, this guy, future of the X division, heavyweight division, he hit Congo Kong, a 400-pound beast, with a L5. And let me address something else. Congo Kong, the IWC, I don't know where they got this idea that monsters have to be aesthetically pleasing to other men. He's a monster. His character he's a monster. Why does he have to look pretty to other men? He's supposed to be terrifying, disgusting, kind of powerful. I never understood it. Oh, Kong, he doesn't look like this guy. He doesn't look like he's muscular. He's not supposed to. Monster, where you getting that? But anyway, I'm gonna just let you speak on that. I love this match, especially when Kong hits a hurricanrana on Brian Cage. That shit had me dying.
Well, I know we got a lot of people for the heavyweight title. I would like to see Kong be in that discussion, though. I would like to see Kong in that. It works. Kong's indifferent. He's indifferent to what the normal wrestler is. And I remember, who was his manager a while back? Scott D'Amore. Scott D'Amore in this promotion, a small little promotion that brought in Congo Kong through Global Force Wrestling. Congo Kong's a great talent. Give him so I think he's very athletic for what he is. He reminds me of Rosie.
Oh, okay.
Of Rosie in a lot of ways. Like, just, I could see Congo Kong just beating you down throughout a match and win that way. Like, just hardcore in your face. And I don't understand. I don't understand why people dog on him, though. I get he's bigger. I get he's a bigger dude, like a Rosie kind of character. I get it, or a Posey kind of character, like we had back in the day. Brian Cage, no doubt about it. He's a great talent. X division all the way for him right now, with championship right now.
Yeah, he won the match, and now he's going to face Matt Sydal at Slammiversary for the X division title.
Did you see the Brian Cage hit him with like two finishers, back-to-back finishers? That one move that he does in Lucha Underground, and then 1, 2, 3, he got Congo Kong. I give him credit, got out of that, and then they went up to the top rope. And the minute I saw Kong go down and Brian Cage hit him, I was like, it's over. And he hits him with this Brian Cage hit him with this like amazing F5. The ring bounced. I was all into the match. The match, well, I would say that would be my second match of the night, right there. That would be my second one, next to Rick Swan. And I'll say this about Rick Swan: his music is fantastic, all night long. I will say that all day. And I love his haircut though. His haircut's cool. I like the star.
I'm indifferent because like he's as you're starting to say male pattern baldness because anyway, the last segment, Conan calls out Eddie Kingston, and he tells him, "Look, I got proof. You had a hit calling me, whatever." He called him all these derogatory names, and eventually King said, "Yeah, I did. I called a hit on you because you're old. You're holding up progression. You're doing this and that, and you really need to step away from the game before you get shot in the back of the head." They're doing a lot of street lingo. Speaking of street lingo, am I the only one that loves when Don Callis talks about he's from the streets or cold language? I gotta hit up some of my shoulder. That tickles me. Anyway, the LAX, they have to make a decision. Are you with King or are you with Conan? They choose Conan, and Conan says, "Look, you lost because you suck." And King basically says, "No, no." And in comes the original LAX, Homicide and Hernandez. They beat up the new LAX. And basically now we have a turf war between old and new LAX. Ray, your thoughts on this?
It's hard because you know why Hernandez is back, because they got a deal going on with Lucha Underground. You know why that's happening. I feel like this is Impact's mistake. They pulled the trigger too soon on the whole LAX thing, I think. But I understand they had two young talents that are really good. The new LAX, don't get them wrong, they're really good. They're sensational good.
They're more of a wrestling team, whereas the old LAX was brawling, punch you in the mouth, no real finesse.
Wouldn't it be something if they changed their faction to something else? Not new LAX. Maybe they come out next week and they say, well, we're not the new LAX. We're something else. We're like the Cuba, or, you know, Cuba something rather, or, you know, or something different. You know what I mean? To differentiate themselves, or, you know, you never know with the way they have King going. And we remember where King came from. If you remember, he was part of that one group with Cowboy James Storm with the mask, if I remember the whole anonymous thing.
I remember also, even though this doesn't really have any context, he was also in the tag team with Homicide in Ring of Honor called Outlaw Inc. And Outlaw Inc. was an awesome tag team, awesome promos, awesome in-ring stuff. The reason I'm bringing it up is because they got three wrestlers here. You got Homicide, Hernandez, and Kingston. If they're in the tag team thing, who's gonna represent it? Are they gonna do it the New Day style? Like, you never know which combination you're gonna get, or is it set to where Homicide and Hernandez, and then where does it leave Kingston? Because you got to put Kingston somewhere on the card because he's an awesome wrestler. You just can't have him as his manager talking.
Or would it be something? Wouldn't it be something if Conan turns on the two young guys? You think about that at Slammiversary, or not Slammiversary, Alpha Glory. Imagine Conan goes, "Oh, this was all a roost," and they beat the crap out of the other guys, and the new LAX, and make them into a fashion into themselves.
And they have to fend for themselves without any guidance. They have to learn how to win without anybody's help.
That's what I think they're brewing to, but I could be wrong. I think, you know, they could have two factions. I mean, Impact's done this before. Impact's done this with the Beatdown Clan. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in you know, it's really odd. I would like to see MVP be part of whatever's going on with Kingston. That would be cool.
Well, like who would you like out of those three guys? Who would you make like at Slammiversary? Who would you want to see Ortiz and Santana versus which combination of the two of the three guys would you like to see?
Hernandez and Not the other one. Not the
Homicide in Kingston.
Homicide. Yeah, Homicide. I would like to see the originals. It's going to be the originals. It's there's no way. And Kingston being in the backside, but Conan can't take a hit though. That's the
Huh?
whole problem. Conan can't take a hit.
No, he can't.
No, and that's the thing. This is the thing. That's what I don't understand. This whole buildup is Conan going to turn around and beat the crap? Are these guys going to beat the crap out of the younger ones? That's my whole thing. Are you going to have a two different faction type deal? Down the road, and see, then you get the whole, and you get this whole, Latino. I would like to see something like the NWO in Impact. That would be fantastic. Maybe like a Latino NWO type deal.
Or they could have it to where at Summerversary it's a fight for the titles in the LAX name. Loser doesn't have the LAX. Loser doesn't have LAX in a name. There, like when they come out, it's Hernandez and whoever, or it's Ortiz and Santana. No more LAX. Whoever loses, they can't be LAX. And they lose or win the title.
And this works out so great. I could say this right now with Rey Mysterio. This would work so good with Rey Mysterio involved. Every time I see LAX or these two factions, like Rey Mysterio should be in the mix.
I don't think it's going to happen this year because WWE has him, in that 25-year like WWE bundle thing. So they might put him in a Hall of Fame. Like they're going to, once they all do that stuff where they include the video game stuff and then it coincides somehow with their Hall of Fame.
Oh. Well, the Impact was good. I could say Impact was really Don Callis on the mic.
I love Don Callis.
Don Callis.
And talk to my shorties. That man's a fucking awesome.
And your cat should have red shoes. What? He could be the referee. Red shoes.
What was the other one? I think Don Callis, he's the bridge between Impact finally working with New Japan. I think not now, somewhere down the road.
You're already seeing it.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Ishimori. And I'll say this, since we're talking about Rich Swann, I know he's working House of Glory. Bring him on in on the mic. Seriously, bring him on the mic. The real one. Bring him in. Literally. Real one. And Omori. I would love him in Impact. It would work out great. You know what I'd rather see him do? I'd rather him be a commentary guy where he just runs his mouth. Him and Don Callis together running in their mouths with Josh, with the guy that doesn't have any like do you notice he's a zombie? If you noticed, he's like
cut it back a little bit.
He's like a Jonathan Coachman, like zombie. Like, it's just get off my TV. It's like I would rather have Don personally. I know JR is with WWE. I know that. I'd rather have Don Callis personally and JR just call matches for Impact. It's just, Josh Matthews annoys me.
I think probably like in 6 months we might get to see Enzo and Big Cass in Impact Wrestling. It'll probably happen.
I don't see Big Cass being in Impact because he's got a lot of demons right now, and he's a little bit of a diva himself. I'd like to see Enzo Amore there. Now, I could see Enzo Amore being part of the X division and doing a lot of things. We haven't seen his full potential. We haven't seen Enzo Amore's full potential yet. WWE never unleashed him. You know what I mean? Did we lose American? American froze. Uh-oh. Was that me? Uh-oh. Hold on. Emery joined back. Maybe that's why. Hold on. Oh, he's typing me. Oh, he's typing me. Oh. Oh. It is all good. Okay, my transfer went out. Review will automatically stop when you talked about cast. Okay. It's all good. On. Hold on. I'll go right here. If you want to continue, we could do another video where we just shoot the shit about wrestling. Hold on. Shit about wrestling. If you like. It's up to him. I had fun talking. All right, and that. Where is monetize permissions? Thank you. Dashboard. Why is it going to my dashboard? Why can I not do your dashboard? I don't want to whisper. I just want to go to your dashboard. Why can I not go to your dashboard? It's weird. No. I told him if you wanted to shoot the shit, it's up to you. It's all good either way. Why can I not edit your shit from here like I used to? Permissions. I don't know why it keeps going to mine. It's up to American if you want. Let's see what he says. Yeah, we can do that tomorrow on. All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. Sounds good. Good. Have a good one, man. It was fun. It was fun. Oh, I take this off now. I don't even need that on. Why can I not just go to my fucking? Oh my god, this is retarded. No, what the heck? Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me go to her thing. Yeah. Why can I